Good night, good morning, good afternoon, ladies and gentlemen, whichever time of the day you're looking at and wherever you're looking at this from. As you can see, we're cooking. And the fire is not here. We banished him from the kitchen. But we brought in another partner.
Hmm.
He's an expert at what we see. He's an expert chef. He's a culinary master. Okay, that is not what he told us.
No.
For those of you who are, on TikTok and you know this face. His name is the Pilgrim Tilo. But your name is Tilo, right?
Tilo the Pilgrim, yeah.
Tilo the Pilgrim or Pilgrim Tilo, whatever it is. But he's on TikTok.
On the drive up, Tilo told me he's banned from one country and then deported from another one.
Wow!
No, I don't.
Which country? Which country are you banned from?
I'm not. I just realized I didn't like some of the things I did there, but and I never was deported from anything.
No, trust me. The audience of Love Laughter knows that we're comedians, and they don't take us that seriously all the time. They don't take us that seriously, so you don't have to worry about it. We say a lot of things on this show. Some are true, and some are
not.
Maybe like embellished a little along the way. Anyway. So Tilo is in Ghana. You're hitchhiking around the world. Basically, is that where you say it, or you're traveling around the world with basically no sort of money?
Yeah, traveling. Working a bit, traveling a bit, and no using planes.
Okay.
Hitchhiking across the Atlantic.
So because he's German, we're cooking a German dish.
Called Jägerschnitzel.
What are we making? Let Maria try to pronounce it. Yes.
Pork schnitzel.
Is that correct?
Yeah.
Give me right.
Just Schnitzel. Yeah.
I'm gonna end up saying shit instead of Suzu. Anyways, we got potatoes boiling. Maria's whipping eggs for I have no clue because I don't know the recipe, but the German and the chef,
he said he'll help me today.
they're taking care of our dinner.
And I have utmost confidence in him.
You have utmost confidence.
I break up this thing.
So this segment comes to you with the kind compliments of the good folks down at Pepe's Foods. They're also Mohammed's manufacturing, right?
Yep.
Yeah. Oh, you pick up the vinegar to show them. Yeah, Pepe's Foods are located at Agriculture Road if you want wholesale stuff, or they're available in supermarkets. So what Tilo is doing is crushing up the diet toaster from Guidisco International. What are you using it for?
It's
Breadcrumbs.
Yeah, she's using it as breadcrumbs. So this is actually toast bread that they pre-package. So she's improvising and using it as a breadcrumbs. Yeah, Maria, take it away. So how are we making this dish?
well, basically this is let me see.
Oh God, there's a lot of noise in this one segment.
It's basically just pork cutlet. It's either pork or veal. You can correct me anytime when I go wrong. Here.
I already cook that stuff now. I only make like fried potatoes. That's it.
How do you make your fried potatoes?
You just make potatoes. You cut in the evening.
I mean, that's like fried.
No, fried potatoes. You just like put potatoes. You make them in like small things, and you put them in the pan. If you have like, it's a certain way we do it. But
okay, so you have to boil it first, or.
Yeah, so normally it's like in the evening you eat potatoes, but you could like extra potatoes, like potatoes with like salt. You boil them. That's what you eat in the evening.
Okay,
and then the next morning. Perfect. The next morning it's like you like cut them and like fry them up in like the toast fried potatoes. That's like traditional German fried potatoes. Yeah.
You can make that first.
Well, I can try. No, that's good.
What are the ingredients?
I'm not sure I'll be eating this meal because I'm hearing a lot of I will try. I don't appreciate the I will try, okay?
Confidence. I should travel around the world without money and I'm here.
How much countries have you been to so far?
Depending on how you count it, but 9 or 10.
9 or 10?
Yeah.
And you started with no money.
Yeah.
When you started in...
Well, basically, you went homeless for like 6 weeks in Berlin while working in a
This thing is done Pong yet?
If someone would get us a food processor over in this kitchen,
Love and Laughter is a low budget production. And we have to show people who are commoners and don't have food processors how to do this stuff without these fancy gadgets. Anyways, back to Tilo. You were telling us.
Yeah.
So she asked how does that work for you, the fact that you started with no money?
Yeah, well, basically the start is kind of a little bit not that cool, you know? It's I started, literally I'm in a small village of woods, walked outside the woods to the next road, put my finger out, hitchhiked to the Berlin, the capital, like 800 kilometers away. One day, actually, because I met a guy with a Ferrari, and then, like, in Germany, they have a speed limit, right? So I arrived, like...
Oh, really? No speed limit in Germany? I'm going to Germany.
300 kilometers per hour. It's like a sports car the first day, right? Yeah. And then that was Berlin. Yeah, I don't know, like, slept in a tent inside, like, outside of Berlin, walked, like, I found work somewhere, like, after 2 weeks.
Important question.
Yeah.
What does your parents have to say about this?
Well, my mom is not...
mother doesn't like it.
I asked that question, right? Because I'm going on a trip soon, and my mother is insistent that somebody must be going with me. Because,
you know about that. Yeah, you're old enough for that. Sorry.
Yes, I'm old enough. How old are you?
I'm 21.
Your mother is not happy. Maria has a child about that age. How old is he?
My child is 25.
Yeah.
25.
25.
And she would not be happy if she heard him going hitchhiking anywhere.
I became...
He don't even take the bus.
Wait, he only hitchhikes?
No, he drives.
Never hitchhikes.
Or he takes an Uber or a taxi or wherever you go. But yes, your parents is clearly unhappy about this venture. But do you maintain contact with them while you're...
Yeah, I'm not running away from home or anything.
Beeson Windows and Doors, providing unmatched quality windows for your home, office, and commercial building. Located at 1228 Eccles Industrial Site. For more information, call 662-4197 or 226-1292.
So you were in Trinidad before you came here, correct? Yeah. And you loaded a cargo ship. I think I saw that on TikTok.
Yeah.
How did that happen?
Well, basically, how you do anything. Okay, and I'll tell you how to travel around the world, how to do anything in life. You need persistence, and you need to be desperate, right? Number one, your visa.
Okay, correct it. Traveling around the world with no money.
I can't with no money.
We're pounding again. This needed a processor. Are you going to blame me for that?
Just in case any immigration officials are watching, I do have enough money to support myself right now. I work like a bunch in Europe, and I have like, I can show you all, like I have some like money in my bank account that's going to be enough to support me, and like saying the girl, just saying that, you know?
Just putting that out there.
Yeah. In the past, I have to promise of officials saw my TikTok videos, you're like, nah, blah, you're like saying on TikTok. I do also have like money to support myself, and I have an emergency account.
Just for clarification,
yeah.
That was a joke I was making about it. He wasn't deported.
So what's your like favorite country that you've been to so far?
You can't tell me that. I don't know. I love a lot of countries. I love Trinidad, I love Guyana. I love Germany. I love France, and I love Spain. I don't like Cape Verde.
So why did you decide to do this? Like just...
Well, I want to see the world, you know? Like, see what's...
You wanted to see the world and you have no money, so you decided to do it this way, or...
Yeah, more or less.
Or you just decided to...
I like the challenge. I like challenges. Well, I also didn't have a lot of money, and like...
Yeah, I used to tell myself that I like challenges, but my idea of a challenge was doing economics when everybody said it was hard. His idea of a challenge is traveling around the world with no money.
Yeah.
So how do you make money? Because you have to get money at some point, because you got to buy food.
Well, yeah. So basically, I don't spend a lot of money, right? I have like a tent. I make friends with people, you know, sleep at their place. And then in Europe, I work like a bunch. And like I travel through Europe, and I like work in the factory, right? Like 6 weeks. Like I do like weekend work, I do night shifts. Night shifts I'll give like bonus. You ever need weekend bonus, night shift bonus, you know?
Oh, okay.
I work like as much as I can, didn't take any holidays. Then I worked in the nightclub in Paris. 2.5 weeks, every day I worked there. I give, by the way, really good tips. It was like, let's do the fashion week, right? The fashion week in Paris. So the top models of the top models, they go to the fashion show and then they come to the nightclub. And they're where I am, right? They pay very good. They pay really good.
So what are you going to get?
Whatever that is going
For
on.
money.
So far, nothing really.
Yeah. No prostitution.
No. I don't do those kind of things.
He doesn't do those kind of things.
Don't find those kind of things.
Cost my mind.
I'm just wondering, because we said, what do you do for money over here?
Well, I just don't spend that much money. And like, you know, maybe at some point I go, you know, another country and make some. Well, I do like have a YouTube channel, right? And just recently I started making like a little bit of like advertising.
So does your TikTok make money or no?
No.
Oh, okay.
I make nothing off of TikTok or Facebook or any of that. So just for fun, more like. Yeah.
All right. So guess what? We can go wrap up this segment as we continue with this extravagant meal that Maria's preparing. It feels extravagant because she didn't finish in Poundland. These Poundlands seem very important to her cause, right? Anyways, before we go, this segment came through the kind compliments of the good folks down at Guy Bistro International. They're located in Echoes. They have the diet toaster. This is, like I said, prepackaged toast. But they also have a long line of products. If you're wondering who Guy Bistro is, they're the distributors of the XL energy drink. So you kind of get an idea of what type of products they're bringing. Anyway, commercial break. And when we come back, we're supposed to have another guest on set, Champion Joney. For those of you who follow her on Facebook and stuff, you can start sharing the live now. She coming on. And we're going to be playing a game. And of course, we're going to go what's in the bowl to see how Tilo gives some people some advice. So yeah, commercial break.
Platinum Batteries delivers every time. Get 2 years warranty and fast after-sales services. Available at all auto retailing stores countrywide. Imported and distributed by Caribbean Motor Spares. 174 Zeeland Public Road, East Bank, Essequibo. Telephone 609-7621, 502-3171. Get your Platinum Battery now. Platinum Batteries. Power of your journey.
Got too many flows, I be killing them. Oh baby, tell me, say she feeling them. Ain't worth a mile, it's a million them. Say baby, I. Got too many flows, I be killing them. Oh baby, tell me, say she killing them. Mine worth a die, yeah, she killing them. Say baby, I. Yeah, Martin, it's a yeah, Martin. A papa boy living, yeah, Martin. Yeah, Martin, it's a yeah, Martin. Me can't show you what the yeah, man. Yeah, Martin, it's a yeah, Martin. A papa boy living, yeah, Martin. Yeah, Martin, it's a yeah, Martin. Me can't show you what the yeah, man. Yeah, me say no problem. Me say no qualms on. Pride. Every other day, me a day with the farm them. Yeah. Telling me a place for the case, see a story. Pride. Say me no high, me no bully. Me a fickle on things, it's a rule on things. When you pull on things, get away from me. Mull on things, tell me who run things. Cause the rule on things is the king, I know. It's things greater than paper. Me one day with my maker. You feel say you be greater.
It's easy cause you're beautiful. Do da do da do. I love you and you and you and you and you. I love all of you.
Peppies, we put the pep back into your kitchen.
And you. I love Peppies.
Welcome back to Love and Laughter.
Sorry. You told me to be Sammy.
No, I did not. At no point in time did I say be Samuel O'Farrell.
Oh, you said
Good night, Samuel O'Farrell. We hope that you're having a grand day off from Love and Laughter. I don't seem to have a day off from you, however. But yes, welcome back to Love and Laughter. For those of you who are tuned in, before the commercial break, you know that we were making pork
Schnitzel.
schnitzel. So yeah, in appreciation of our German guest. But we've also added someone to our panel. I didn't have a better term for it, so I went with the word panel. Yes, Champion Joney, none other than, we needed a drum roll, sorry, forgive me. Champion Joney!
The one and only. If you can't appear, disappear.
There you go. Yeah, look, me girl. Yep. Anyways, so yes, we're about to go into what's in the bowl. But before we go into what's in the bowl, you know, our segment always comes to you with the kind compliments of somebody. So who we got today, Sammy 2.2?
Sterling. And Sterling, and we used our golden cream
Yes.
in our last segment to to make our mashed potatoes.
I don't know this voice that you put in that is what.
Sammy was coaching me. He said I have to song
Listen, we talking about Sterling, bro. It's Guyana, we did.
All right. They just make ice cream.
Anyway, so they have a partnership going right now with Chico Products, and so they've collaborated with Chico, and they've put basically 3 Chico products into their ice cream. So one is Chick Mint, one is Goldfinger, and one is the Eclair. So we now have the Eclairs ice cream, the Chick Mint ice cream. Have you had it yet, Maria?
I had Eclair.
Oh, and you liked it?
I did. I love it very much.
She can specialize.
No. To be honest, I was very
concerned.
Yeah, I'm like.
Yeah, but I think they did a great job blending the flavors. I think they did an amazing job.
Yeah, you get that hit of nostalgia.
Yeah.
When you pick up that.
Especially the Goldfinger one.
Oh, I got that one next.
The Goldfinger one is good. Anyways, they're available in supermarkets nationwide, or you can go to Sterling Products down in Providence and get it. So let's go into the bowl. And Mr. Tilo is going. Mr. Tilo.
I'm mad. It's last time
is going to be great at this. He's giving out advice. For those who follow him on TikTok, have you ever given advice? No?
Not really. No,
He's only 21 years old, so.
I'm stupid. I'm young. Don't take my advice.
Well, I think that not necessarily the young part, not necessarily the stupid part, but they don't take your advice. I probably applies across the board.
You didn't have to pull the first one, you know. You could have just.
You have like.
Mix up. Yeah, you could have just. You know, he went straight to the bottom instead. So would you like to read it, or do you want us to read it?
Yeah, you read it.
Okay. All right, let's go. Dear Love and Laughter, imagine helping somebody build up their business, only for them to turn around and undercut you, sorry. That's what my so-called best friend did to me. I showed her the ropes, gave her contacts, even helped her with promotion. Now she's doing the same thing that I'm doing, calling my clients and offering cheaper prices. When I confront her, she says it's just business. But how you can smile in my face and stab me in the back? What would you do?
I would have had a friend, a former best friend.
Is a best friend?
She did say that.
Oh, okay.
I think we use that term loosely nowadays.
Yeah. For friendship generally. Anyway, you were going to say people.
I guess you should have like an honest conversation with her about that. And, you know, if she doesn't, I mean, if you can't collaborate in any way, you know, sometimes you have to let go of friendships, you know?
Well, she said she did confront her and she said it's just business. So.
Well, I mean, you know, sometimes, you know, move on, forgive her, and focus on your own business, focus on being better than her. Now, if she gives better prices, you know, you have to give better prices as well. Focus more on your business, make a better business, and...
I know this might not be like a good friend advice, but when you have a business and a friend wants to open a similar business, is a red flag for me. Because I feel like if you're really my friend, like a true friend, and if you're going to be at best friend level, you should know that you're going in competition with your friend. And this is going to cause conflict, and you are going to hamper your friend's business, especially if it's in Guyana.
Correct. Yeah. Plus, as they said, that mentioned that same clients. And
you give to your contacts, so you're the dotish to begin with. Yeah. That's my honest opinion. You're dotish to begin with.
If you have a friend and that's your best friend and you're close, they must have some level of trust.
No, in the first place, your best friend should not be starting the same business with you.
I'm also going to get advice
And give you this, and then I giving you the contact. You're trying to tell me that if I go and start a business exactly like what you're doing, you will hand over your contact list to me, Maria.
I showed her, give her contact.
Yes.
Oh,
No,
I will not be having my contact.
Thank you.
She can end up
First of all, I don't got your contact list.
But then before you start,
and sometimes the friend doing better work than you if you can end up happening, go to the friend. No, just saying something. But correct. But, you know,
Maria, did you taste your food? Sorry to cut you out, but Maria forget to make we taste we food at the front. This Maria falls on me.
So let's just show the camera.
what we have here.
Yeah, show the camera. Yeah.
Right.
Take. This is what we made. Pork schnitzel, German.
Yeah.
This look like if I did
German fried potatoes. It tastes like regular fried potatoes to me.
Well,
It doesn't taste
that's
any.
because we don't have any time, and that's because we,
So time would make a difference.
a little bit anyway.
And he doesn't mean TIME, he means THME.
Time.
They put it on Emma. It works.
I like it.
It works.
It's soft.
Well, it's back to this best friend thing.
And this is what's this, Lisa?
That's not the pork shit.
good.
I can't pronounce the word.
Try the pork over here. Mm-hmm.
Let's see the German. The German has to judge your work.
Mine look well done.
Yeah. So it's very meaty, very rich.
Oh, it's good. It's kind of salty.
Good. Mm-hmm.
Is it close enough to the German?
Yeah. Yeah. I think we would have done a little bit thin, but I don't want to complain. It's good.
Thinner.
Thinner, probably.
Yeah. I'll show you why I didn't do it.
Do we have time for you to show him? Can you like show him at another point?
The fried potatoes are really good. You know, we have a good job. I'll make
So
it a little
trying
more
to say that I don't have a proper.
Why it's not as thin as it should be. I'll buy you a minimalist.
I'm on butter.
I can tell.
I'm on butter. Back to, so we finished giving the advice because if we tell the person what we would do. And in the first place, I want to be in this position. I didn't hand over my whole contact list. Correct.
I didn't show you no rough flavor.
Correct. I might have give like 1 or 2 fine advice here and there, but you would have done that.
Don't mix
I
business and
salty.
pleasure.
I don't salty that you.
Don't mix pleasure and business.
You go and say this. I don't back to the point. So.
Joney, want to pick next one?
Yes.
Joney, well mixed in. You can read.
Okay. Dear Love and Laughter, my man loves to cook. His kitchen, his rules. I clean up after him. Chips on grocery and pay for takeout sometimes. I don't mind. What I do mind is how every time he cooks, he suddenly forgets key ingredients
Maria?
right before dinner. Then expects me to run to the store like I ain't got a life. He planned dinner from 10 a.m., started cooking pasta at 6:45, then realized no noodles. Guess who he expects to drop everything and go? When I say no, he calls me lazy and ungrateful. I offered to go to the store all week. He says no. Day off? No. Emergency grocery list. I'm starting to feel like I have to earn my plate. What would you do?
So the reason why we're laughing over here is because Maria's constantly sending her husband to the shop when she's cooking, and the man there, or the cameraman that's showing sign that he as well. And then when they're at the shop, she then remembers something else. Or maybe he comes back home, and then you know what? I forget I needed garlic. And send the man back out. So,
but then Miss Maria is the best person
so Maria,
to advise.
Go ahead, advise away.
Well, I just don't buy anything now. It's so heavy.
But this is ridiculous, Maria. You cannot be planning the meal from 10 a.m. And when you're ready to cook,
You're so petty, girl. Just cook.
Oh, yes.
You're lazy. You're not trying to cook.
Lennon,
No, I never said he lazy. He's going to shop every time I ask him to do.
Yeah.
he don't be happy, Maria. Don't lie. Tilo, what do you think?
Like, you should do some better planning. Like maybe if you plan for an entire week, like see what kind of ingredients we have to have in stock when you.
But I think that's what she's suggesting that he should do. But he apparently isn't doing it.
Right.
So he plans his meal. He says, okay, I'm going to cook pasta at 10 o'clock in the morning, right? I'm going to cook that for dinner. So he's predetermined and cooking pasta. And he waits until he's ready to cook the pasta. To discover he doesn't have pasta. That's annoying.
Well, I mean, you have to have pasta in your house. What are you doing if you don't have? So
Yeah, why would you decide to cook pasta?
So then just sit down with your man and ask what he want to cook.
If you were so bothered by this man cooking procedure, I do not cook. You cook.
Maybe she don't want the Lord to cook. Maybe the man food tastes better.
Well, go to the shop.
So what is your advice to the woman? What would you have done?
Well, I would
if you were
go to my husband and be like, I've noticed that recently we had a problem with cooking.
She had a conversation.
She even willing for write down on a list like.
But he calls her lazy.
Then she has to go to husband. Okay, what do you want to cook this week? We're making a list now, huh? Writing everything down, and then like Monday you go out, buy everything, and then you're good. You don't have the problem anymore.
Listen, hear me.
You should just double check your list. After you plan to go, you double check your list.
Those are all sane answers. They're so sane. And here I am over here thinking of petty things to do. I literally have a petty solution in my brain lined up waiting for you guys to stop talking. So what I would have done is say, just cook for yourself. I don't buy food. So I just buy me food.
That's not going to work.
Yeah, so
Maria, pick the next one.
just deal with it.
Just deal with them.
Dear Lover Laughter, my father wasn't around much growing up. He always had things to do, but somehow never had time for me. Now that I'm older, doing well for myself, he suddenly wants a relationship. He's never apologized, never owned up to anything. Just acting like we can pick up where we left off, which was nowhere. My siblings say I should let it go and give him a chance. But why must I be the one to forget the damage? What would you do?
Maybe something like, hey, when I was younger, I noticed that you were always busy, and I felt really hurt, or like I felt, kind of lonely during that time, and I really wished I would have more contact with my father. And if you want to have more contact with me, I would really appreciate you apologizing for that. Something like that.
Would you do that?
What?
Have that conversation with your father?
Well, probably. Yeah, I think so, yeah.
Okay.
Luckily, I have an awesome father.
Yeah, me too. I can't.
My father is great.
Yeah.
Something like that.
I grew up with stepfather, my stepfather awesome.
Look at your real father pops up out of the blue. And now what's the relationship?
I will give you, but I love my stepfather more than my father. But the end of the days, you must love daddy. But I grew up with my stepfather and get love really treat you like.
And you must learn to forgive people,
Yeah.
So, Maria, what would you do?
I would want more information. Is he like, has he come into some
Money.
Money.
I don't get it when you say that.
Family. Don't care about money.
Listen.
We can tell he doesn't care about money over there.
And I'm very forgiving.
I do.
But the presence of a father in a girl's life is of utmost importance.
Right.
I don't think I may accept him into my life. I may.
And if I may interject, not just physical presence. Go ahead.
I may have a relationship with him, but it's not going to be. I don't know that I will be able to just forgive him and move on. He may not know that I haven't forgiven him, but that's a lot to ask a big league. I can't say. I'll have to be in that position.
Interesting. Anyways, we got to wrap up this segment. Y'all are over there. Tilo food done. I just on the plate. What?
I didn't have any breakfast. I'm very hungry. Huh? Yeah.
It was authentic.
And what I like about it, well done. This is good. I could see this in a
She's
restaurant.
a chaperess, man. She's a
I
chaperess.
could see this meal in a restaurant.
There you go. Pork schnitzel.
Schnitzel.
See? Schnitzel. Anyways, we're wrapping up this segment, and we want to bring to your attention that Case Distribution has their air freshener, which is the AER. A lot of people buy it, but there's a fake one on the market presently. So they have a side by side. Anyways.
Somewhere on the screen. We can't tell it.
There's a side by side, right? And you may look at it and say, okay, it looks identical. So I felt like if I was playing spot the difference when I looked at it, because
I spotted the difference when you sent it to me. One of the fake one has Spanish writing.
Yeah, exactly.
Yeah.
So the fake one has Spanish writing, and that's how you know that it's fake, right?
Kama Sutra, the art of making love.
Our antibacterial formula eliminates 99.9% of all germs and bacteria. Clean and moisturize your hands with 4 refreshing and rejuvenating fragrances. Get super clean with Sterling Super Soap.
Welcome back to Love and Laughter. As you can see,
I'm in the house. Oh, there's now we
is the bag I was talking about. I have a new ensemble. That's not the right word.
No,
a new addition to my
accessory. She has a new accessory.
Yeah, accessory. That's the right word. That's the right word. Now, listen, guys, when you're traveling, females, obviously, you may want to walk around and do your shopping, and you want, your hands got a whole set of things. This is the type of bags that you need. Guess where you could get it?
Beauty Spice.
There you
at
go.
the center.
Yeah.
Sheriff Street, opposite Royal Castle.
Yeah, it's a pink building. You can't miss it. They're right there. They got bags like this. This is a guess. They also have Michael Kors and different other brands as well. So check them out. So if you're going on that trip for the Easter weekend or something like that, you need like a traveling bag. I'm not talking about the suitcase. I'm talking about a little bag that you could put your phone, your passport, your money, and what's not in. Then you can probably use this. Anyways, yes. What do we have now, Maria?
We're back with
Wow. We're about to play Never Have I Ever.
Yes, that's the name that eluded me.
Yes, we're about to play Never Have I Ever with Champion Joney and Tilo. Tilo, this is how the game works. I read a question, you put up whether you have or you have not, and then
He played Never Have I Ever.
Yeah.
yeah, and we as the host, however, reserve the right to seek clarifications and explanations and stuff like that.
All right.
Yes? So let's go right off the bat. Never have I ever tried to cut my own hair and regretted it immediately.
Well, I have not really.
Joney, try to cut your hair.
I recently made
Recent?
I cut my hair and started to say, I mix with black man and nigga me hair and growing back. I want my hair and grow back. Please, I would never do this again.
Can we get a pic?
Huh?
Can we get a pic?
No, I look like Avatar. No.
Like Avatar? Next question.
Never have I ever sent a flirty text to the wrong person.
Ooh, okay.
Who, Joney said? Let me put a disclaimer on this segment, right? Well, not a disclaimer, but a preface to this segment. Joney only had one man. Well, she had 2 men, but the other one died. And she had 1 man in her life. Is that still accurate?
How come it happened, right?
No. Is that still accurate?
Yes.
Good.
Yes.
1 man and 1 man alone.
Yes.
Good.
How come it happened? Like you're texting 2, 3 people at one time. And then when you catch yourself,
you're trying to say you was to send to the man and you
I sent to my friend, my girlfriend.
Oh, well, there you go.
Yeah.
That's not a bad thing. It's what you say to your mother.
But who went in the text?
Who went in the text?
Hey, baby, need some milk.
Oh, okay then.
Don't get it with someone.
I didn't know milk. Why milk?
Figure it out.
If someone sends that to me, I bring some milk for them the next time.
Wow.
Go around me, eat some milk. Okay, why not? We're gonna cook something together.
Tilo, do you have a girlfriend?
No, I don't have a girlfriend.
Never have I ever kissed someone on the first date.
Not really.
Tilo, you do nothing yet.
Tilo never like.
But look, Joney.
No, don't say you can't trust me.
Yeah. I can't see I might tell him when up on the first day. I write you when I see his love at first. Like.
Oh, that is it.
Yeah.
No follow Joney.
Worst case lead to
That is
13
it.
years.
Uh-huh.
Never have I ever kissed more than one person in 24 hours.
Never have I ever flirted with someone to get something free.
You should play this game with someone else.
I'm pretty certain we must have something on the list that he's done.
Yeah.
We must have something. Joney, we get free.
We'll find.
Money. Money.
Never have I ever had a crush on a teacher.
Yeah.
Like he has to set the ugly teachers. Alright, never have I ever said I love you without meaning it. He has not. Never have I ever wait, Joney, you put I have to the question?
Yeah.
Who you say I love you to and didn't mean it?
Said
No, but she's been with one guy.
her whole life.
That's what she said. She had one man prior to him, and he died.
Just fool people forget.
Oh Lord, it was this. Miga, watch what Joney is telling me.
Never have I ever pretended to laugh at a joke I didn't get.
I mean, everybody does that. I don't have a story about it, but I know that happens all the time. You know, like some kids who are nice.
Is it because of a language barrier or?
He's been doing it throughout this recording.
With Joney. Never have I ever lied about my relationship status.
Not really.
Like you told somebody you were married or you single or.
I just tell everybody I'm single.
There's some people hustling. I say, man, I'm married. So they just like.
But you're not married?
Yeah. No, not yet.
Oh, you live home, but I'm married really.
Yes, I'm married. They would have married 5 years, like I'm married legally with the government, with the government. Yeah.
Never have I ever stalked someone on social media.
Stalked someone? Like everybody stalks. You have never stalked someone on social media.
Hey, stop it.
Don't you tag them for finder?
Yeah, you go, you type in the name and you're checking them up.
Looking at their the profile.
You stalk him?
On a regular basis.
Yeah. Tilo, who you stalking on social media? Just out of curiosity.
I don't know, everybody who's interesting.
Everybody
Like,
who's interested.
I see what's going on, you know? Mohammed, not really. I don't know.
The big batty thing, yeah.
Not really girls in recent times.
Okay.
Just people who are like, okay, I want to
When was your last relationship, if you don't mind me asking?
I never had a girlfriend.
You never had a girlfriend?
Yeah, no.
Virgin?
Yeah. I'm traveling.
I didn't mean to laugh at that. Like you're.
Put that at the beginning of the video.
Please.
So you.
What one?
What? My girlfriend?
Yeah.
Well, let's say I put it like this. The road is my girlfriend, right? I can't have a relationship. Right? I'm traveling from place to place.
But you don't have to have a relationship or a girlfriend to have sex.
Right. I'm not sure if I'm into casual sex like that.
You use farmers.
Okay.
Yeah, but in this case, farmers are sure 5 children is you woman. Because you can't think it's a man, you get feelings, you don't feel
also,
like
I kind of sleep in a, like, you know, at a friend's
that
place.
doesn't matter when you sleep.
Never have I ever used someone else's toothbrush.
The woman is farmers and she 5 children.
What?
No, I never.
Just ignore it.
I have.
Why do you do that?
I don't know. Some people might mistake another person, or some people, husband and wife, they don't mind using one another toothbrush.
I can't.
Where you want to use a toothbrush?
I don't have husband, wife, or girlfriend.
Never have I ever given a body part a nickname.
What?
A body part a nickname.
Why do you do that?
What's the
Because
nickname?
it's nice.
What's the nickname? What's the name?
Captain Hook. When you get a man with a curve, Hook. Captain Hook.
Oh, so that's your man nickname.
Body part,
Well,
yeah.
what about you?
Oh, if I
Your whole body.
or being like champion, I get the kimchi, I get the gold, I get the sugar heat. Tighty, teeny.
I understand.
You understand? So you
Nah.
want to change your answer? So you've never given any body part a nickname?
Like your eyes, anything. You
No.
like eyes.
Not really, never. I never given anybody else's body part a nickname.
Man, like it's talking
I
to
know
Jesus.
21-year-olds who
Must do thing,
No,
yeah.
I didn't just mean age.
Oh, you mean like inexperienced?
Yeah.
Okay. Never have. All right. Here one. Never have I ever said a baby was cute when I thought it was ugly.
Oh God, I guess the only day you have to, but you don't want the mother to feel bad. I do this.
I don't really do that.
So
She
what
look at
if you were put in a position, right? And this mom, you don't necessarily know her well or anything like that. She's not close to you, and she has a baby, right? And you think this baby is ugly, hell, right?
Well, I just don't tell her that it's cute. I
So
just,
she asks, "Oh, isn't she cute?"
Yeah.
I'm glad that you like her.
Look at me, you respond.
Something like that.
She has unique features.
Or let me say your brother got a child.
Yeah.
Are you expecting
It's
to come out
ugly as
like that?
hell.
You're not gonna make
Do
you
you have
feel
a brother?
bad. Yeah.
I have a brother. Yeah, I
one
don't know. I
brother.
try not to lie. Maybe if I really put in the corner, but I try to, just.
You tell your brother the truth if you think this baby's ugly.
I'd,
Like, oh, look at it. That's what you say.
I'm so happy for you that you have a kid, You don't have to say it's beautiful. If it's not beautiful, you can just,
Well,
just not talk about it.
Listen, if at any point in time, any future girlfriend comes to the Facebook, right, and they're wondering, if you don't ever tell you you're beautiful, you would have.
you lying. Yeah. So
I'm not lying.
And listen, it could probably just be his eyesight that's bothering him, so he could go and check optic neon. Is what I did. Yeah, you could go and check. Very, yeah, lovely. You could go and check optic neon. They're located on Campbell Namaha Street, but also important to note, their website is back up and running. I don't know if it was up before, but it's up and running, right? Their website, and so you can go on that website and you can see like images of yeah. You can see before you go. You can also book an appointment online. So for those of you who don't want to go all the way in and then discover that maybe you don't like something. Or I think that they have a plethora of options. I don't think you ever go in there and not find something that you like. They have to see your face structure, and when you get your eyesight done, you have to pay for that. That's really good. Yeah, and the website is www.optic neon.gy. Simple. Optic Neon, www.opticneon.gy, right? And you could also visit them at West Central Mall over the river. Yeah, so Optic Neon. Why are you looking at me like that? Nothing. You just try to look at me, give me the weird look, like overseeing you, like. But if you're supposed to be Opari, you're supposed to know what comes next. Opari doesn't ever know what comes next. I don't think Opari. Anyways, this is where we bring the curtains down with this 5th edition of Love and Laughter. We want to thank you guys for tuning in. We want to thank the Pilgrim Tilo for coming through.
Tilo the Pilgrim.
Tilo the Pilgrim.
Yeah.
But it says the Pilgrim on TikTok.
Yeah, but I put a Tilo before that.
I've never seen a Tilo before.
Like it's in the ad, like at Tilo the Pilgrim, but it just says the Pilgrim.
So if you want to follow him on TikTok and follow his journey.
I'm also on YouTube, Tilo the Pilgrim. Google YouTube that.
So do you have any idea when you're leaving Ghana or?
Whenever I want to. I can do whatever I want. I can leave tomorrow and never come back. I can stay another.
Then you resident. Anybody come get us don't want to go.
Yeah.
So so follow him on TikTok. You will see his journey and the things that he goes through. And he also does food reviews sometimes. Like from his opinion, he would try things and he's not like certain influencers who lie and tell me the thing tastes good and the thing tastes good. I don't know, I get them fail.
But there's another thing.
I think you fail with a common thing. But you gotta be honest too. You don't have to make it this overdo it, man. It's be pretentious. Like, oh my God, this is wonderful. I have to buy it for my mother, my grandmother, my nanny, my chachi. I earned a whole bucket today. Yeah. You don't have to use it, give it to your rating or whatever. You don't have to
like something out of 10.
Yeah. You don't
so
have
people
to
could get the idea.
Anyway, that's not enough for nobody in particular. It's a lot of it. So it's not one person. And of course, Champion Joney, your social media is what? Champion Joney?
Champion Joney, the one and only. Champion Joney on Facebook. Champion Joney forever on TikTok.
And listen, you're very serious about your followers, right? Just ask Tilo.
Yes, me like the Tilo. Imagine he put me phone for follow him and he give me follow back. Yeah, now we got this is work. Right away, me even tell you back another word. You gotta click the follow button for you follow you back.
I follow you back now, but I mean you have like 16,000 other people following you,
so
right?
because me with certain thing I can't follow you.
One person more.
You can't see God's face. You can't see God's
I
face.
don't want to follow my poor friend.
Eh,
My friend will go.
Wait, I could do you a favor.
What?
Unfollow, block and delete.
Unfollow me, bro.
Joney Petty.
That's
This is
okay.
Guyanese. This is Guyanese so macho.
That's okay. Go ahead, do that.
Oh my
I
God.
don't care.
I don't say when I get this nice girl, but you
Can
got
walk in.
to take a palm.